Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. If you're watching on replay, thanks for dropping in. So, it's Friday, yay, and I am sitting down to diamond paint. I haven't really had much chance to do anything this week, but I'm working on Roaring Tiger from Home Craftology. When this one started off, it was basically all one colour. Now, this part especially, it's pretty confetti heavy, which means there are a lot of colours in one area. Sometimes you only put one square of a certain colour. I think that did happen at one point in here. But sorry, getting back to the more less busy section once I get past here. So I've been working on this for quite a while, but it is pretty big. It's 75 by 60. And as you can see, I use tweezers, so I'm placing one drill at a time. Square drills, but it's not a race. I enjoy doing this, just one dot at a time. So just come on, see if anybody drops in. It is 8:19 p.m. in Copenhagen just now. So this is how I am spending my Friday evening. My wife and her youngest daughter are watching Lost while I do this. So each to their own. So normally what happens is basically I just come on live, see who drops in, and see what we chat about. Sometimes it's very quiet, sometimes it gets pretty busy. I never know. I don't have set times or set days for going live. It's just really when I can fit it into whatever else I'm doing. So it happens to be tonight. I've got some time while they are watching Lost. So I tend to go quiet when nobody is here. Not much point in blabbering on, because I only know what people want to talk about when they come in and chat. So if nobody comes in, it just goes quiet and I just concentrate on placing drills. Normally once we get chatting, the diamond painting slows down a lot because I can only do one thing at a time because I'm a guy. Multitasking is beyond me. So I either place drills or talk. Well, in conversation anyway. I can talk while I do it, but when I start reading comments and then getting into a conversation, the diamond painting pretty much stops. But the whole point of this is just to chat to people, get to know people a bit maybe. Mainly people who diamond paint, but sometimes people drop in that don't know anything about diamond painting. And sometimes they're curious, so sometimes I'm answering questions to people who have never diamond painted, probably will never diamond paint, but you never know. They may get interested. So most of the people that diamond paint seem to live in America. And I think the sort of common time difference is about 6 hours. I think it's somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, depending where people are in the States. So that would be 2:23 in the afternoon on a Friday, which probably isn't the best time to catch people. Most people, or a lot of people, will be at work. But it's just how things go. Hi, Carly. Have you finished work? Happy Friday. Lost concentration there. I was looking at the screen when I was picking up a drill. Didn't work very well. Weekend time. Yay. Yeah, it's been a pretty fast week for me. The person that I normally work with sprained their ankle at work on Tuesday. So I've been trying to do the same work as two people. So it's been very busy. I think she'll be back on Monday. So that'll be good for me. So do you have any plans this weekend, Carly? Anything exciting? I think one time I asked you that before and you said you were taking your sister's dog for a walk or something like that. Grocery shopping, cleaning. Well, the last one's good. I haven't really had much time to diamond paint. It's just seem to be struggling to find spare time. This drill does not want to go. There you go. We don't have any plans this weekend. I think we're going to diamond paint tomorrow. That is our plan. Tammy's watching Lost with her youngest just now. So tomorrow night we're going to diamond paint. Tammy's still working on the Diamond Art Club one. Working on DAC 16 colours, wow. This one has 50 colours. And it's a 75 by 60. I've been building up quite a stack of stuff to unbox. I've got 2 Diamond Art Clubs sitting here waiting to be unboxed, and I've got another one to pick up. I'll do that tomorrow. So I've got 3 Diamond Art Club unboxings coming up. I think I've got 6 Home Craftology unboxings. I've got 6 one day saving to unbag. everyday e-deals. I've got one. Another company that I just found at random. I've got one. I've got a diamond painting pen with ergonomic multiplacers, which I'll never use, but I was just curious. Yeah, it is. It's because when I cut my finger at work and had those stitches, I couldn't really. It was really awkward to try and hold things and unbox things and stuff. So everything just sort of stopped for a while. So I don't know when, but I need to find time to record all these unboxings, unbaggings, and whatever. Quite a lot of stuff. So this is a close-up of what I'm working on. But I've set another camera up a bit further away. Still not really into the picture yet, just sort of on the edge of the tiger. You can see, started off screen, but it started down this area, and all of it is basically off-white. So for quite a long time, I was doing checkerboard and basically using one or two colours. There are some drills in here that are different from the rest, but you don't really notice it. It just looks all the same. But it started off like that, and then when I reached the tiger, it just went the total opposite. It's a lot of confetti, but 50 colours, so I was expecting it. Yeah, I finally got out of the white, but I can't really remember exactly how the picture goes, but just this is the back end of the tiger, I suppose, and I think this line here is maybe the shoulder. So the leg will come down here somewhere. And then it goes sort of white again because it's like walking in snow or something. It's something white. Hi, Jean. Thanks for dropping in. Happy Friday. So probably another row yet before I sort of get to the main part of the tiger. How's things, Jean? Any plans for the weekend? Depends on what my boyfriend does. Ah, okay. So if he's working, you'll be diamond painting, I take it. Oh, okay. Taking a break from diamond painting. Yeah, that's the two things I hate: kitting down and kitting up. That's why sometimes I think maybe I should just concentrate on smaller kits instead of doing the big stuff. Takes quite a bit of time to set up. 50 colours on this one. It's quite a lot. I think most diamond paintings somewhere around the mid-30s seems to be sort of common amount. I've no idea what I'm doing next. I've been putting back one called Praying Monk for I don't know how long now. Other things just keep popping up. So I don't know. I'm thinking after this one I might do a smaller one for a change. But we'll see. I don't know. We've got one, in fact, it's the one that I'm picking up tomorrow from Diamond Art Club that Tammy and I are going to work on it at the same time. So the plan is to maybe do some lives and hi Ed, happy Friday. The plan is to have one diamond painting spread across two tables, have two cameras so people can see what we're working on at each end of the picture. And it's called Sail Away from Diamond Art Club. I got a message today that it's ready to be picked up, but we're not going to do it until we're finished the ones we're working on. So it's probably going to be a few weeks yet. I don't think I'm even halfway with this one. So we're going to sail away together. You still building up the collection, Ed? Ed's building up a collection to do when he retires. So after he retires, he's going to be diamond painting until he's 106. Almost. How many do you need to get the complete set? Ed is collecting Chuck Pinson diamond paintings from Diamond Art Club. Two, that's all you need? Two more? Oh, they're out of stock. No, they'll come back. I've got one to unbox from Diamond Art Club that's sitting here that I ordered. Now I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. Tammy ordered one as well. and that's here. Oh yeah, I remember. The one that I ordered was the Dreamcatcher. So I'll be doing an unboxing of that at some point in the near future. I've got a lot of diamond paintings to unbox and unbag, so not exactly sure what order I'm going to be doing them in, and not exactly sure when. So there's a lot of unboxings and unbaggings to come up. But we're both looking forward to doing Sail Away. So once Tammy's finished hers and I've finished this, we'll start on Sail Away. So there goes Praying Monk for another few weeks. I think I've been saying I was going to do that next for about the past 2 or 3 months. Other things just happened. This one because it's the new kit from Home Craftology, and I was really keen to see how the new drills are. So I decided I was just going to, Praying Monk could wait. I would do Roaring Tiger instead. But I don't know, it's been hard to find the time to actually sit down and work on it. One just came back in stock, so I ordered that. There was also one that was discontinued that showed I could add to cart, so I added it. I'm expecting an email saying it was can't. Yeah, there was. I don't know what it was. Something was happening with Diamond Art Club. I read something in the group. It was something to do with like a glitch or something was wrong when people were ordering stuff. I can't really. I wasn't paying a lot of attention, but I know something was happening. I hadn't ordered anything, so it didn't affect me, so I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. I don't know how that would happen if it's discontinued, but I don't know. Maybe they found some in a cupboard under the stair. I'm just thinking the Sail Away that I ordered, that was on, I think it was $25 off, and then I used my points and got another $25 off, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the old kit with the old drills. And it's a round, so yeah, it could be. It could be lucky and get that one. That'd be quite cool to get one that you think is extinct. But then you always get the groups where they de-stash and stuff. You might get lucky and find some that you're missing. But I would imagine that could be quite an expensive thing if people know that it's discontinued and it's in demand and the price goes up. What happens with everything. But you never know. Yeah, so Sail Away was on $25 off, which makes me think it's an old kit and it's round drills. So again, I'm thinking it's an old kit. And the Dreamcatcher, I can't remember now. I think maybe that was discounted, or maybe not. I'd never seen that one before, and it was just got the usual message saying things were back in, and the Dreamcatcher was one of them. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, I've never seen that before. I liked it. Looks like it's going to be quite confetti heavy as well. So we'll see. Absolutely no plans of when I'm going to do that. It's going to be this. Not sure. I think Tammy may actually finish her one first. She's working on, well, it's not a small one, but it's a smaller one than this. I think she's over halfway. So we've decided whoever finishes first will do a small one until the other person finishes. And then we'll switch over and we'll do sail away, spread over the two tables and working on a side each, which is a bit novel, I think. I don't know if that's been done before, but it'd be quite cool. Can't remember the size. I don't have my phone sitting beside me. Something like 119 centimeters long or wide. So I'm going to have to move one of the tables back a bit so we can fit it on the tables without it hanging over the end. So Tammy will be doing it with, oh no, it's rounds. I'll be doing it with a pen as well. I was going to say Tammy will be doing it with a pen and I'll be using tweezers, but it's rounds. So I have done rounds with tweezers, but I decided it's just easier to use a pen, so I'll be using a pen. I actually bought the discontinued one from someone that way, but the way she shipped it in the post office lost. Oh wow, nice. I got the money back and just have the canvas, so I can always. That's true. I don't. You can't buy from Diamond Art Club though, can you? It's just that their new drills are really shiny. No, yeah. How can they lose the drills though? The drills are normally inside the canvas, inside the box. Did you ship it as two separate things? One of the ones that I'm going to be unboxing, Tammy's one, it came in just a plain brown box, which I thought was kind of weird because usually it's the white box with the Diamond Art Club logo and the diamonds on the outside. She didn't put it in another box in the post office, damaged then. Oh, great. Wow, nice. Yeah, Tammy's one turned up, and I went to pick it up, and it was just a brown box, and I thought, it's kind of weird. So I contacted Diamond Art Club, and they said it was probably they had ran out of stock of that size of box. They said it sometimes happens, because I wondered if they had stopped doing the sort of trademark box, the one that everybody expects, but they haven't. So you'll see it in the unboxing. Whoever taped it up did not do a good job. You can actually just lift the lid up and look inside and see what it is. The tape missed the seam for most of the way across, but it's in the normal sealed Diamond Art Club box inside that box. So I mean, it's not as if it's damaged or anything, but just didn't look very good. Then I got the one that I ordered, and it came in the normal box that you would expect. So I think it was just a one-off. All right, so you've had some in the brown box. That was the first time it happened for me, because I was just wondering if for some reason they had stopped doing the white box, but they haven't. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I missed anything there. Don't think so. I thought they were all new toolkits, but they were all the same cover minders. Yeah, I've got a sparkly hat. It's a sort of peachy orange colour, and I think this came from Diamond Art Club. This one, I think it came from Diamond Art Club. Getting too close. Wrong way. They're quite big magnets. They're really thin. The diameter's quite big on them. I don't know where the hat is. It's somewhere. Tammy probably borrowed it. Yeah, I don't use them either, but they're a bit of decoration. I stick them on, like, I've got so many stands here on this table. I've got the microphone boom stand thing. I've got another stand with a remote spotlight thing, and I've got two sets. It's like two different designs for holding the cameras. I got one and I really liked it, and then I went to get one for Tammy's table, and they were out of stock. So I bought a different brand, and it was okay. And then I bought an extra arm to add onto that. And then I decided I preferred the one that I got first, and it came back in stock, so I got another one of them. So yeah, there's a lot of arms and things all over this table, so I just stick the cover minders on there just for decoration. Okay, next one. J. J is 15. So this is my use for the green tray. When I've got the Tic Tac boxes, when I take a colour out that I'm working on, I put it in the green tray. That way, I know exactly where it is all the time, and I don't put it back in the case before I've finished using the drills. I've done that quite a few times. That is funny you mentioned that, Ed. I've got a story that happened today, totally out of the blue. But anyway, the green tray, what I do is I sit the Tic Tac box in it, and that way it stops me from pouring them in the tray and then putting it back in the case, and then I forget what colour I was doing. And that's happened quite a few times. And sometimes it's a colour that looks very like the rest around it, and I have to sit and think, what symbol was it I was doing? And sometimes I can't remember. So I came up with this idea, put it in the green tray, pour them, put it in the green tray, take it out of the green tray, pour the drills back in. That way I don't ever do that again. Hi Lisa. Happy Friday. How are you? How's your finger? Your finger must have healed. My finger's healed. It was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today. And this is maybe the other camera. Hang on. Try this one. There it is. Just looks really red now. But it's healed. 2 stitches. Still tender though with a bump on things, but nowhere near as sore as it was. Oh, I never meant to click that. Oh my God, Lisa, you are way behind the times. I had an accident at work. Yeah, it really was annoying, Ed. Just you put them, you're not thinking, you're just like doing the thing. You put the box back in with the rest, and then you stop and you think, oh, I can't remember what colour I was doing. Yeah, there was a machine at work, and it's like a coil, it's like a flat, wide piece of copper. It's very, very thin, and it goes around a roller, and it got twisted, and I decided to untwist it. And while I was trying to untwist it, it snapped at the top, and the spring came down and wrapped itself around my hand. And I got a few scrapes and cuts, but it cut right into my pinky down to the bone, and I ended up having to go to hospital and get stitches. So that's why there's been a sort of drought of unboxings and unbaggings, because it was kind of hard to bend my pinky where the stitches were. It was right on the joint, and apart from that, it just hurt. So I didn't do any unboxings for a while. So now I've got a backlog, and there are going to be quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, it could have been really, but I mean, I could have lost my finger. So yeah, that's what I get for doing things that aren't my job. I won't be doing that again. Getting back to the cacti, since Ed asked, have I got any more cacti, any new cacti? I do. I have 10. Is it 10? No, 9. And I got them all today from the guy who puts the plants in the hotel. There's a guy comes in, and he puts in like plants all over the hotel, different things, and he swaps them out and all that stuff, waters them and things. and he puts the plants in the canteen as well. And about 2 or 3 months ago, um, these cacti appeared on the tables, and I thought, "I don't have one of them." So, I got in touch with him and I asked him if I could buy one. So, I bought one from him about 2 months ago, and then today he said to me, I thought he said, "Do you want one?" And I thought, "Oh, he's swapping them out and he's giving me a freebie." And I said, "Yeah." And then he said, "Okay, if you get a box, you can just take them." And I said, "Take them?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Thought you wanted them." I said, "I thought you asked me if I wanted one." And he said, "No," he said, "I've no use for them now. He uses them in different hotels and offices and that type of thing. And once he's sort of been through all his customers, it doesn't want to use them again." So they came with the pots and everything, which are really nice pots. So I took 5, and then it disappeared and came back and showed me these other cacti and said, "Do you have these?" And I said, "No." And he had 4. They're all the same type, but he had 4. And he said, "You can have them as well if you want." He said, "But you can't take the pots. The pots are new." So I had to find a piece of paper um, to wrap them up in. So now I've got 9 new cacti. So the collection is now up to, I don't know, 40 something, I think. Yeah, the pots, seriously, the pots are more expensive than most of the cacti. If you go for nice pots, these ones are quite cool. So that's what I was thinking as well. Even if I don't keep them, I can use the pots for other cacti. Okay, Lisa, it's up to you. If you want to talk, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. My oncologist put me on treatment plan. It seems so far to be working. Cool. My white count has gone down, and my ferritin. I have no idea what ferritin is. My ferritin level is finally going down. Well, that's good. That's good to hear, Lisa. Hi, Jennifer. Happy Friday. Welcome to Copenhagen. It's quite cloudy today. It's not been the nicest day. Okay, I've just changed colour, so I need to check my sheet again. Come on, I'm doing J. Have you got any interesting plans, Jennifer, for the weekend? Or Ed? Forgot to ask Ed. And Lisa. Let's see who's got the most exciting weekend coming up. My weekend will be diamond painting. Tammy and I are going to have a diamond painting day tomorrow. So we're hoping to get quite a bit done because we want to try and finish these so we can work on Sail Away from Diamond Art Club, which is waiting to be picked up. So we've never worked on a diamond painting both at the same time before. Crafting at home, that sounds like a perfect weekend to me. Just recently I've been finding it hard to find time to actually do this. Because my colleague is off sick at the moment, I have to cover for her, and she starts 2 hours earlier than I normally start. More yard work. Wait a minute, Lisa. Lisa, for some reason my body is storing my extra iron in my blood. Oh, okay. Oh, I never knew that, Lisa. It's supposed to release when your body needs it, but mine doesn't release. Oh, okay. I'd never heard of that before. And probably just more yard work. Planted. How did you get on with the roses, Ed? Did they get you or? did you survive with it unblemished? Ed was going to prune his roses last time we spoke. Spending time with my uncle visiting from North. Oh, that's nice. They got you. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, you took out the roses. I thought you were just pruning them. Jennifer's doing a little bit of diamond painting, crochet. It's time. Yeah, you're organised, Jennifer. Christmas gifts in July. Yeah, Ed likes the roses as well, but they don't like him. Tammy and I have arranged and booked our first vacation away together ever, alone. I've been living here for 10 years and we have never been away anywhere, just both of us. So we're doing it this year. And we're going away to Denmark. We're going to go over to Jutland or Jutland if you're Danish, but Jutland if you're not, which is mainland Denmark. We went there just when I moved over here, I think, and we took the kids to Legoland, and that was it. So for the past 9 years, we haven't been anywhere. So we're going to visit quite a few places. We're going to go and visit Hans Christian Andersen's birth home, place of birth, the house he lived in when he was a kid, because he was born in Odense, which is on mainland Denmark. But he moved to Denmark. He moved to Copenhagen when he was, I'm trying to remember, 13, 16. Can't remember. It's been a long time since I read that. But yeah, he wasn't born on Zealand. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to visit a castle. Can't remember exactly where it is. And then we're going to go to a place called Skagen, which is at the very, very north tip of Denmark. And you've got two oceans meet. And seemingly you can actually see them like hit each other, which is kind of weird. And then we're going to come back down and visit the Yelling Stones, which were carved in, I forget, it was very, very early, like 265 or 625 or something like that, by Harald Bluetooth, who was a Danish king. And Bluetooth that we use for mobile phones and printers and all that stuff was actually named after Harald Bluetooth. So part of that, we're just going to be admiring the scenery and just chilling out. We've got one night where we don't know where we're going. We're basically heading from A to B, but we're going to stop at A plus, which we haven't booked. We're just going to drive, and when we decide it's time to stop, just see what we can find. So that's going to be interesting. I'm thinking about maybe doing some YouTube live when we're out and about to let people see Denmark. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I don't want it to sort of take over what we're doing, but if we find somewhere nice, and we might do a little bit and let people see mainland Denmark. I've still to actually go around Copenhagen that I've been talking about doing forever. But the fact that we're going to Jutland, I don't know when we'll be back over there, so we'll see. Yeah, it'll be good just to get away. So 10 days in total we'll be away. We won't be diamond painting. We're not taking our diamond paintings with us. Random lives, yeah. I mean, yeah, again, I've got ideas, but trying to fit things in, it's just, it's quite hard to do that. And then doing them live, thinking about it, I don't think the Copenhagen lives would really work that well. Oops. Because I would be probably going out and doing them in the morning, like early. Um, like, I don't know, just got a drill stuck to my hand, pulled one up. Maybe about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, which is going to be what, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning for most people in the States. I always say 6 hours is the time difference. Yeah, I mean, we've never been to visit Hans Christian Andersen's home, and I've never seen skiing. Tammy's been there before. Sounds really cool. Don't know if I'll get a signal though, because it's the very, very top, and you go out on what they call a sandworm. It's these sort of tractor type things that take the tourists along the beach, because cars can't drive on it, so they have these massive tires, and they take you to the very tip where you can watch the oceans hit each other. Yeah, I thought about that as well, Jennifer. Maybe just doing some video and then putting it together. Um, I mean, I don't know if people would be interested in watching it. That's the thing. The things that I was talking about doing in Copenhagen sort of tie in directly to diamond painting. At least originally they would. The Hans Christian Andersen statue in Copenhagen that I took a picture of and then customized and did a custom diamond painting. And then the harbour at Newtown, took a picture of that and customized that. Got that done as a custom as well. So they directly tie in. But I don't know if I find that people are interested in seeing Copenhagen, I might put some videos together. Not sure about the live thing because I just don't know who's going to drop in. It might be better just to go and do some video. I don't know. But I used to do a lot of live stream walks and talks around Copenhagen. And thinking about it, most of the people that I got to know through Periscope lived in America, thinking about it. But I used to do that a lot. I mean, I did it for 4.5 years, just live stream. Visited Amalienborg, where the Queen of Denmark lives. Live streamed the Queen's birthday. I forget what birthday it was now, but she came out in the balcony and was waving to the crowd and stuff. So I did all that as a live stream. There's just a lot of things to see. Yeah, I mean that's why I started doing the Copenhagen thing originally. It was just I found that people were interested in it. Absolutely nothing to do with diamond painting. I mean, I didn't know what diamond painting was at that time. But I used to enjoy it. I got to know a bit like this, like start to get to know people. The same people come in, you get to know them, you get to know a bit about them. The same thing happened then. There were a lot of people I got to know really well. Other periscopers, other people that live streamed, people in America, people in Australia, all that sort of thing. Hi, Mike. Thanks for dropping in. Happy Friday. Never been out of North America. Yeah. I don't know. I might do a live. I might do a live on Sunday actually, but it's going to be depends on the weather. If it's raining, I'm not doing it. But if it's dry, I might get up early on Sunday. That's what I used to do with Periscope. I would get up early and just go. I would like to go and do the Hans Christian Andersen statue because that ties in to diamond painting. There's also Rosenberg Castle, which is there as well, and the place that the statue is called Kongens Have, which means King's Garden, and it used to be purely for the royal family, and it was the garden that the gardeners used to grow vegetables and flowers for the palace. So the commoners weren't allowed in, but they eventually opened it up, and now it's a very, very popular park. Um, it's called Rosenberg Castle, but to me, it's just a big fancy house. It's not what I would call a castle. But I'm comparing it to Edinburgh Castle, which sits on top of a volcanic rock, and is pretty intimidating. This one just looks like a summer house for the royals, which is basically what it was. It was never like a real castle. It started off as it's like a fancy house. In fact, no, it didn't. It started off as a pavilion, and then they built Rosenborg Castle on it and extended it a bit. And it's got a moat, but the moat only goes around less than halfway. So I think it's only for decoration. But then I don't know exactly what it looked like way back when. Maybe there was a moat all the way around it, and they've just gradually changed it. Because Copenhagen did have a large moat that went around the city, and they have filled most of that in. We've got Tivoli, which is the second oldest amusement park in the world. It's got a lake, which was actually part of the original moat. And we've got the Botanical Gardens, which has another lake, which was part of the original moat. If you looked at it from above, if you join the dots, you can imagine where the moat went around the city. And Copenhagen used to be walled in. It was a walled in city, fortified. But what happened was the population grew and grew, and they couldn't expand. So they started to get a lot of disease, and they decided it was better to take the wall down and let people spread out a bit. So the wall disappeared. So we used to have a wall. We had a north gate, an east gate, and a west gate. Didn't have a south gate because that is basically the sea. So they were sort of protected by that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I used to do a lot of stuff about Copenhagen, but then the coronavirus came and everybody went into lockdown, and I thought, I'm not going to walk around Copenhagen when all these people are going about with this disease. So I stopped doing the walks and talks. Hi, baby cakes. Thanks for dropping in. Happy Friday. So yeah, that just sort of stopped, and then just before COVID hit, I got interested in diamond painting. Yeah, I mean the moat is like I said, the moat at the Rosenborg Castle is just. I'm thinking about it. I think it's only actually about a quarter of the way around, so it's not really practical. But there's a lot of really nice architecture and stuff to see. Not so much of the old architecture because most of Copenhagen, medieval Copenhagen, got destroyed between two fires. They had two great fires of Copenhagen. I did podcasts about them. Quite interesting if you're interested in history and all that sort of thing. And we've got the Little Mermaid statue that I thought about taking a picture and customising for a diamond painting, but haven't done it yet. The Little Mermaid statue appeared in 1913, the same year that our local hospital was built. I knew I dropped one, it was there. So yeah, I'm thinking if it's dry, at least dry, if not sunny, on Sunday, I'll go out in the morning and I'll do a live. Yeah, a long time since I've done anything like that. Need to charge up the gimbal. And then people can just watch the replay. I'd be interested in getting feedback from it though, if people would like to see that sort of thing. So I quite like doing them. I used to watch sunrises over Sweden as well in the mornings, like 4 o'clock in the morning. That was quite nice and relaxing. But you can never guarantee you're going to get a sunrise. Sometimes it can be clear, and by the time you get there, it's cloudy. What's going on with the farmers over there? They've been fighting with, but I have no idea, Mike. Oh, it's not the mink farmers you're talking about, is it? The mink farmers have been in an uproar because during COVID, somebody discovered that mink carry COVID-19 and the government ordered them to cull all of the animals. So, yeah, there's a big thing going on about that. But a lot of people don't want the mink farms to come back because they think it's in this day and age, we don't need mink fur. We can have fake fur that just looks the same. So that's all animal welfare and animal rights stuff is all involved in that. So big arguments going on about that. Apart from that, I don't know what the farmers are arguing about. I mean, the biggest export from Denmark is bacon. Denmark has more pigs than people. We have about just over 6 million people in Denmark, and there's about 25 million pigs. Baby Cakes would like to see it. Yeah, what happened with mink was basically they discovered that mink, I think it happened in France as well, but they discovered that mink can carry COVID, and it was before we really knew much about it, long before the vaccines appeared, and the government just decided rather than waiting to see what's going to happen, they just said that's it, just cull all of the mink in Denmark, and that's what they did. So all these families, some of them had been mink farmers for generations, suddenly had no income, no money, and then you've got all the offshoots from it. The people who make mink coats or whatever else they make out of mink, the people who supply the food for the mink. I mean, everything tied to that just stopped. So there was a big uproar at the time, but the thing is, they had this thing. Well, they've got COVID, and we don't know. Like COVID is killing people, and people could understand that. But now, I think the farmers are basically saying, well, okay, well, in Denmark at least, COVID is pretty much nothing now. It's basically classed as the flu. Nobody's really worried about it anymore. I don't know what percentage of the population is vaccinated now. I mean, it's a long time since I even looked at anything to do with it. We don't wear masks. It's just back to normal. Try to remember to wash your hands. That's basically it. So now it's not a thing. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, I mean, Denmark is a tiny, tiny country, and when you hit something like that, I mean, mink exports seemingly was a huge thing. Like it was worth a lot of money, big business, but that never really surfaced until they started like to cull the mink, and then suddenly it was in the paper saying that mink export is, I don't know, I doubt if it was as much as bacon, but it was one of the big like incomes for Denmark. And I think again because it's a sensitive subject like fur coats and things, I mean this day and age, not a popular thing. I think they just didn't broadcast it, like how big a business it was until that happened, and then suddenly you find out that this was a big thing for Denmark and had a big impact financially for Denmark. But the government, they were more interested in people dying or not dying, and they just said, "No, that's it. You have to cull them," and that's what happened, and it happened really fast. So now the farmers, at least some of them anyway, are wanting to farm mink again, and then you've got the animal rights people and just people in general. A lot of people are saying there's no need for it. You don't need real mink fur. You can make fake stuff that looks just the same. So yeah, that's basically the argument that's going on. I mean, I think they compensated the farmers, but how much I don't know. But most of the mink farmers or mink farms are on Jutland, which is mainland Denmark. We're on Zealand, which is an island. That's where Copenhagen is. Even though it's the capital of Denmark, it's not actually on mainland Denmark. So we're on this little island with the Queen. Yeah, I don't know how many million mink they killed or anything. I just know they culled all of them. Okay, I think I've got all of them. I know I'm going, as soon as I put them back, I know I'm going to see some. So for the people who've just dropped in, I'm working on Roaring Tiger from Home Craftology. Trying to give you a bigger idea of what I'm doing. So this is what I'm working on. Still early days. It's a 75 by 60. So we've just got basically the back end of the tiger here. I think we're getting up to the shoulder blade, this area here. We're not even halfway, so quite a bit to go. Did I take it you're talking to Mike? Did you end up getting to the retreat? If so, How was it? What retreat? Bracket 35. You thought I went? I haven't been anywhere yet. I've just been working. I think maybe what I'll do when we go away is I'll take some little videos of places we go. It's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. And then maybe put it all together and fire it up as a video for people who may be interested in seeing a bit of Denmark. But I think I'll do the Copenhagen stuff live, and people can watch the replays, obviously. Hopefully some people drop in while I'm live. I prefer talking to people when I'm doing lives than just recording stuff. Just makes it a bit more interesting for me. So this is what I mean by hitting confetti. They're all scattered all over the place. That'll do it for now, I think. That one. So has anybody ever moved to another country? Like been born and raised in a country and then moved somewhere else and stayed there? Because that's basically what I've done. I've moved from Scotland and moved to Denmark. It is a bit different. Haven't you moved 20 miles? Wow. I moved about a bit when I was in Scotland. Not that far, I suppose. Maybe 30 miles in one direction. Was about the furthest from where I was born, I think. A place called Pennycook, that's where I moved to. It's just south of Edinburgh. I was born in a place called Whitburn, which is midway between Edinburgh and Glasgow. But I always stayed in that sort of area. And now I'm now I'm living on an island. That should be a song. Now I'm living on an island that I've only left once to go and visit Legoland on mainland Denmark. What time is it where everybody is? I'm just curious. It's just after 9:30 p.m. in Denmark just now. Because normally when I ask that, it seems to be 6 hours is the sort of time difference in general. And I forgot what I was doing. S's. 2:30. 12:34. Okay, so that's 9:30. Okay. Yeah, 3:30. Well, Wilma's in the time zone that I sort of take as the sort of average one. 12:34. 12:34. Oh yeah, California. California. Yeah, I never remember though where everybody is. It's really bad for that. Mike, is that Mike that lives near Chicago? Because I thought Mike was in Florida, I think. If I'm getting the name right. To get to know people, I have to talk to them a lot before I. All right, so I've got that. I've remembered that. That's good. 3:35. Yeah, so that's the 6 hour thing again. So I know you get these Eastern thing and Central thing and Mountain thing that mean nothing to me. I'm just thinking about this. What is the biggest time zone? Like which time zone are most people in America in? Or is there not? Does it just happen to be 6 hours? Seems to be the one that I hear all the time. I've never asked that question before. I've never actually thought about it. Which time zone has the most population in America? There's a question. No clue. That was a very random question. It just came into my head. I was just thinking 6 hours is the one that I seem to hear the most. I'm thinking, is that because most people live in that zone? It said Eastern. So what is that then? What's the time difference between Denmark and Eastern? Like Lisa says she's in Virginia. I have no idea where Virginia is. So Eastern, is that like New York and stuff? All right, okay. So that makes sense. That's why a lot of people say 6 hours. So Yeah, that adds up. Okay, here's another one. What is the population of the nearest large city to where you live? The population of the nearest large city to where you live. New York and Florida. Okay. Yeah, right, okay. New York and Florida.
Hey,
Hello.
sorry to interrupt. Is Lisa on?
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I was thinking about her. You doing okay, Lisa?
Yeah, she was talking earlier.
Okay.
saying,
Well, I just wanted to say hi. Thinking about you. I know she was having a hard time.
Yeah.
But I won't interrupt anymore. I just wanted to say hi or hi everybody.
Ed's in.
Hi Ed.
Mike's in, but not that Mike. Another Mike.
Okay.
1.33. I'm just asking what the populations are of the nearest cities, like big cities. What is the population of the nearest city?
Dallas.
1.339 million.
What is that? $1 million. What's that?
In Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas,
Population.
Dallas, Texas?
Yeah. Ed says hi.
Hi, Ed. I think in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where I used to live, I think we were close to 5 million when I moved over here. My uncle lives in Fort Worth, and my brothers still live in Dallas, and I lived in Dallas. Yeah. Interesting.
Because I'm just thinking, like, to get that into perspective, the population of the whole country of Denmark is 6 million.
Yeah.
So I'm reading that. It's 1,339 million. I take it. Should be a comma.
Anyway, I won't interrupt. I'm watching something with Emily. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
To Lisa. I know that. Oh yeah, I can see she's commented up there. Anyway, take care, everybody. Happy weekend to everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Do you need anything, Jim?
No.
Okay.
Los Angeles, 4 hours away. I wonder, Zealand Island we're on, I could probably drive around it in less than 4 hours if I went the coast road. $873,000. I think the population of Copenhagen, like Greater Copenhagen, not just central Copenhagen, is something like 1.2 million for like Greater Copenhagen. I mean, you consider the whole country only has 6 million, so you can guess where most people live. Chicago, 2.6 million. I mean, you're just talking about cities. Like, I'm talking about the whole country. I think, what's the population in America? Is it 135 million? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. It's more than that. 300? I can't remember. I used to know it when the COVID thing happened, and I forget. 350 million or something. $650 million. Yeah, I can't remember. It's a huge number. It's just like Denmark is like nothing. 6 million. I mean, I think the population of London is about 8.5. Yeah, I had it in my head it was about 350 million. I think that was at the beginning of COVID, but I wasn't sure. No, 335 million. Ah, okay. Right, so it is 335. But I mean, 335 million compared to 6 million. The only place I've been, and people who have been in these things a lot will know, the only place I've been in America is Vegas. I haven't been anywhere else in the States. I've been a few places in Canada. That's where I went, and I was intending to go to Canada for a month, and then I got talked into going to Vegas at one point. So I ended up in Vegas for, I think it was about a week. 330,000 are in poverty. Wow. Yeah, Tammy's gone again. She's watching Lost again. I think she's seen it before, but she only saw it in bits and pieces. So her and her youngest daughter are watching it again. I never watched it. I haven't seen it. So is there still a heat wave over in the States? Or has that calmed down a bit? Good show, didn't like the ending. I might watch it at some point in the future, so don't tell me anything. I think another one they watch is Stranger Things. Still got a heat wave. We haven't. Well, Europe had a heat wave. We had. I mean, they were calling it a heat wave, but it wasn't that bad. I don't know what temperature is now. Let me check. So you work in Fahrenheit over there, so I'll press the button. It is 63.1 outside. And that's at 10 to 10 at night. It hasn't been as hot as it has been. It was pretty warm last week. Nowhere near that hot though. Eight to 4. Yeah, that's warm. I don't really like the heat. Not used to it. Living in Scotland doesn't get that hot. Forgot what I'm on again. 20 S. Near enough. 105. Oof. 73 is a good temperature. I like that. 73, gentle breeze, that'd be perfect for me. Just double checking before I start. I always do that. I always double check to make sure I'm putting the right colour in the right square. I think I've done it twice where I've been working on a colour and for some reason moved to another colour without changing the drills. And then start doing it. But I've been lucky because when I've done it, it's been obvious that the drills are wrong, like the colours are just wrong. I think the most I picked off was over 50 before I realised I was doing the wrong colour. So now I double check before I start every time. Did anybody see the unboxing that I did of the light up diamond painting pen with the magnifying glass? I think you saw it, Jennifer. That was actually quite impressive. I mean, when I read it, I thought that's actually a good idea. A magnifying glass on a pen so you can see. Oh yeah, that's right. You saw it as well, Jane. But I've never seen that anywhere else. The only thing is that one is made specifically for that pen, which is thicker than the normal pink pen. But I'm thinking if a company came up with that, a magnifying glass just for your standard pink pen, I think a lot of people would be interested in that. It would save them having to get a magnifying glass that you clamp on the table and have to bend over, and because it's always on the pen and you're only looking at it when you're placing drills. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of play in it, Ed, because when I first put it on, I was putting on the silver bit at the tip, which is a little bit narrower, but then it tapers so it sort of slides off. But it's designed to go on like the full diameter of the pen, but it's a kind. It feels like it's a brittle plastic, like it's the clear kind of hard plastics, not like the soft flexible stuff. And I think if you tried to like force it onto something slightly too big, it would just break. It would snap, I think. But just the idea, and yeah, I mean, I was really surprised how well it worked. I mean, it was really clear, and it's just made of plastic. Because when I saw it, I thought, it's a gimmick, but we'll give it a try. So I was pretty impressed. I'm just surprised nobody else has cottoned onto it and making them for sort of standard size pens. And then that way you don't have to wear the big goggles either. Oh, reader glasses. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like that's what I was thinking. Like if you're wearing, say, glasses, or you're wearing those magnifying glasses you get with the light in them, where you look really funny. If you look up, you're still looking through the glasses. Whereas if it's a magnifying glass on the pen, you can be like magnifying what you're working on, and say somebody talks to you or you're watching TV or something, you can just look up and see it. It just makes sense, but I just never really expected it to work as well as it did. The cynic that I am. And I thought the idea of having two different colours of light was a good one as well. I have to have my prescription glasses. Yeah, I can diamond paint without my glasses on, but that's pretty much it. If I take my glasses off, I'm short-sighted, or what do you call it, nearsighted, some people call it. So I can read a book or read a magazine or thread a needle or anything really close. My eyesight's like perfect. But once you get past a foot away, maybe a little bit further than that, it's really bad. Like I could not drive. I couldn't drive a car without my glasses on. I would buy focals. I've got what they call trifocals, varifocals. The prescription varies as you go up the lens. I actually need to go and get my eyes tested again because I'm sure my eyesight is getting worse. So it's one of these keep meaning to and never do things. But I think for people who struggle to read like small print and stuff, the magnifying glass idea on the pen is a really good one. Yeah, I can't remember the last time. It must be about at least 4 years since I got mine tested. The joys of getting old. Far-sighted in one eye. Oh, I've never heard of that before. Far-sighted in one eye, nearsighted in the other. Had surgery for lazy eye when I was 9. Been wearing glasses since 9 months old. Okay. Well, it was funny because it was actually the last time I went to get my eyes tested and get new glasses. I was getting my eyes tested and the optician said to me, "Did you have a lazy eye when you were a kid?" And I thought, I'd totally forgot about it. I did. I can't remember what age it would be, but I remember I had to wear an eye patch, but I only wore it. I didn't wear it at school because kids make fun of kids. I wore it when I came home. When I came home from school, I had to put this eye patch on and wear it until I went to bed. And then I don't know about weekends, but I'm trying to remember what age it would be. 7, maybe. And I'd totally forgotten about it until she asked me. So I wore that for I don't know how long, and then I just stopped wearing it. And then I started wearing glasses when I was 10 because I couldn't read the board at school. I would always sit at the very front, and then I was sitting at the very front, and then I was like screwing up my eyes because I couldn't read the writing that kids could read at the back of the room. And then I think the teacher got in touch with my parents and said, I think he needs to go and get his eyes checked because he's struggling to read the board. So that's what happened. Where can I get one? The magnifying glass. Here's a question. I can't remember who I ordered it from. I ordered. It was a Facebook advert popped up, as they do, for a company that I'd never tried before. And you know what I'm like. I'm always like trying companies that I've never tried. And I decided to go for it. I went to the link and they advertise all the diamond paintings have zero cost. The price is 0.00, but you pay for shipping. So it's just the same as buying it and then free shipping. It doesn't really make any difference. It's not free. But while I was looking, I saw a diamond painting that I really liked. I did an unboxing very recently. But while I was on the website, I clicked on accessories because sometimes I do that. And I just look for things that are maybe a bit different. Not necessarily things that I'm actually really going to try, but things that I could review so that people get an idea of what it could be like. Like the self-loading diamond painting pen was the big one. I used to see, oh, it's 10 o'clock. I used to see adverts for these pens that looked as if they were feeding drills to the tip. So I bought one and I did a YouTube review.
Do you have sunflower seeds in here?
I have no idea.
Did I give you a bag of stuff?
I don't think so.
They can't be gone already. I don't know what we did with them.
I don't know. You mixed some up with the nuts and raisins a while back.
Yeah.
That was random. Tammy came in looking for sunflower seeds. Okay, pen. Where did I put it? Need switch cameras. Okay, so this is the case it came in. Like I said, I did an unboxing. If you search for, you can tell I'm on a tilted table. If you search for magnifying, you'll find it because I've got magnifying glass in the title. But I stuck it back in again. This is the, well, you can see how much it magnifies. This is the magnifying glass that came with the pen. And it works really well. And it's adjustable because I wondered about that as well. How do you make sure that you can actually focus? So it pushes, but like I was saying, I think the plastic is that hard type, and if it gets bent a bit too much, it'll probably just snap. So it clips onto the pen, which is tight, and that was why I wasn't sure where it was meant to fit, but it does. So then you can tilt it. So when you're using it, you can see. So you can tilt it to get the magnification just the way you want it. And it definitely works. The only thing I'm thinking is it's probably going to get scratched if you aren't really careful. Because like I said, it's just plastic, so anything scratches it, that's it. You won't be able to get any scratch out of it. But it comes with a sticky film that's stuck to the case. This sticky film, and I had just put it back over it to try and protect it. But the pen itself is it's got that switch, and you can change. If you push it forward, it's a white light, and if you pull it back, it's a yellow light. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, when I was a kid as well, I used to sit and try and set things on fire with a magnifying glass. You used to get them in lucky bags and stuff. But yeah, the other thing about the pen, it sounds like I'm doing a plug. I bought it. It's not a plug. It's a USB pen, so it doesn't have batteries in it. You plug it in and charge it up with the USB port. And as I said, I wasn't looking for a pen. People that know me know I've got plenty of pens. But it comes with 3 different sizes of multiplacer, a normal diamond painting pen tip, and the gooseneck or elbow or whatever you want to call it. So a few bits and pieces. Nice little case. It actually matches the pen. And hang on, I'll have a look, Lisa, because the diamond painting is in Gem's floor. Put that back so I remember where it is. Hang on. Because you get other light up pens, but they're not the same as this, and they don't have the magnifying glass. I just need to find the picture of the review that I did. The diamond painting was called Colourful Heart. I don't know. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. That was the diamond painting that I liked, so I ordered that. And the company is My Crafts Gift. If you're in America, which you are, My Crafts Gift. So mycraftsgift.com, and if you're in Europe, it's mycraftsgift.eu. I think the only difference is the money. If you go to .com, the prices are in dollars, and if you go to .eu, the prices are in euros. But in fact, it might come up as soon as you go to the page, but if you just go to accessories and type in pen, you'll find it in there, USB pen. Really cool. I was very impressed. I've actually got another pen to do an unboxing of. I used tweezers and I'm still using pens. I'm still using pens. I'm still buying pens and I use tweezers. No problem, Lisa. When I got it and did the review, I really didn't expect it to have any power, but it did. So it still has. I haven't charged it yet. So I was quite surprised that it actually had any power in it. But how long it takes to charge and how long a charge will last, I have no idea. But it doesn't come. Somebody had commented on that review and said that they had a USB pen, but it came with a cable that plugged in, like one end into the pen, one end into the computer. That one just plugs directly in, so it just pushes straight into the port. So you can plug it into your computer, or if you've got a power bank, you can just plug it straight in. So you don't have a cable to lose, which I think is a plus. And the pen is quite a bit thicker than the plastic straw. If you watch the review, Lisa, you'll get an idea. Because I decided just to try it. Wasn't sure if it was charged up, and it was. Well, it was charged. Maybe not charged up, but charged. So I had a little practice in the white light, the yellow light, the magnifying glass. It was pretty cool. I can't remember how much it was though. But it'll come up as 0.00. It's not until you go and buy it then you'll have a shipping charge. which I'll guess is the same as it would have been if you had just bought it and got free shipping. I mean, every company's there to make money. Nobody gives stuff away. Got to make a profit. But I see the self-loading pens, the adverts are starting to come back again. I've seen them on Instagram. I can't remember, Lisa. You would need to look. Plus I just can't remember. The prices that I was looking at were in euros. So if you go to the .com, it'll be in dollars. But I think you'd need to click on it and add it to your basket. At some point, it's going to come up and tell you how much shipping is. Hi, Nikki. I'm just checking to see if you did watch this one. Nikki lives in Australia and she watches the replays. So sometimes I mention her name and sometimes I don't, and I always wait to see if I get a reply back. And so far, she has watched them all the way through. I still use the goggles with lights on. I'm thinking about getting one of them just to do a review. But when you're wearing them, Lisa, does that not mean, like, say you were doing that and you were looking up at, say, the TV? Do you not have to take them off or lift them up or something? Yeah. The thing is, it depends what company it is it's advertising, but what you will see is companies who are advertising, and you see the pen and you see the drills inside the pen that are the colour of the drill on the end. And then when you see them diamond painting, they just go dot, 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 dot. It looks as if it's feeding it. Doesn't say self-feeding, doesn't actually say those words. But it's obvious it's meant to look as if the pen is feeding the drills. And it isn't. And that's why I did the video. And I showed it. I did an unboxing. The one that I had was absolute rubbish. It was just a big syringe. And in fact, I think I've got that here. So this is it. But when it came, it has some pink wax in the end of the syringe. It's out of focus because I'm too close. But it's got a piece of pink wax shoved in the end of the syringe. So it's a diamond painting pen. And in the picture or in the video, you see somebody using it. You can see the drills inside the pen, and then they've got a drill, and then they're going along dot, 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 and it's up close. So it looks as if they're placing drills. This one in particular, if you try and use it, because it's so big, you can't, if you're putting the drill down, you can't even see the tip. So you can't even see where you're putting the drill. But it's very, very misleading. So what I did was I edited the video, like I recorded myself, and I cut out all the bits where I was going and picking up a new drill. Okay, Lisa, thanks for dropping in. I'm glad that things are going on the positive side. Keep in touch. Let us know what's happening. As you heard, Tammy's always wondering how things are going, so you could maybe keep in touch with her because she's interested. Obviously, we've known Lisa for quite a while now. Yeah, the advertisement, they don't actually say anywhere. It's not in writing, self-feeding, but that is what they're showing, or that's what it looks like they're showing. So I did it, and then, well, I did a little demo, and it looked as if it was doing it because I edited it. I did it the same way they did. I cut out every time I went and picked up a drill, I cut that. So it just looked like I was going dot, 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 dot. And then I said, okay, that's the dream. Here's the reality. And I explained why this is never ever going to work. There's so many reasons, so many things, but the obvious one is the size of the drill. The drill is bigger than the diameter of the tip of the pen. It's physically impossible for the drill to go down the tube. And that's it. Never mind trying to get them the right way around and all the rest of it. Just it's just physically impossible. And that's it. But I think showing people and explaining, because I did get some people commenting back and saying thanks for the video because I was thinking about getting one. Just basically wasting your money. But they are starting to advertise them again, and the pens look a bit more like a pen instead of a syringe, but they don't work. It's a scam, folks. If you want it as decoration, that's fine, but it's just people get the impression that it feeds the drills, and it doesn't. So I think I'm going to wind up, I think. It's after 10. I've been up since 4 in the morning, so I tend to go to bed about now, and I still get up at 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm off. Just my body clock is now sort of set for that. So that's why I'm thinking Sunday, if I wake up and it's dry, I'll go out for a walk and I'll fire up YouTube and I'll do a bit of a live in Copenhagen. I've been talking about doing it for a long time and just never done it. I wouldn't mind getting that wax pen you showed. I think it'd be good for special drills. Oh, that's sitting here. This one. The idea is actually a good idea. It's just getting used to it, as everybody saw in the video. But I mean, when I do the videos, unboxings of anything, I genuinely have not opened the box and I haven't touched it or looked at anything. So everything is totally new to me. And the thing about this pen is it's got a wax bullet inside. And what you do is you turn this to screw it down. So it's like a plunger and it pushes the wax to the tip. And I found out don't turn it and turn it because it's like toothpaste. Once it starts to go, it just keeps going. Yeah, the lens is on a hinge, so you can tilt it to get the angle you want, and if you need to adjust the height, you can just slide that the little bracket thing. You can just slide that up and down the pen to get it exactly where you want, and it's totally like it goes. I'd say 90-degree, so you can have it really close and just gradually tilt it until you get the magnification you want, and you can just slide it up or down to get it exactly where you want. So yeah, this was the pen where you don't have to keep filling the end with wax because the wax is in the pen. Okay, Lisa. But the handy hint with this is turn that very gently and then wait because it will start to go and go and go, and there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait until it stops. So I ended up with the wax was just coming out the end too much. So I think if you remember, just turn it very, very slightly just to get the wax to sit at the end of the pen. You don't want it sticking out. It works. It does work. But I don't like it as much as I like a normal pen tip that's made of either brass or stainless steel, because it's just plastic. So it doesn't feel the same. And if you're trying to slide and push a drill, it just feels different. It does work, but it doesn't feel the same as like a normal tip. And I'm thinking, just thinking about it now, over time, this plastic is going to wear. That might affect things as well. I don't know. But it does work. Maybe if they designed it and they had a metal tip instead of just plastic. Yeah, yeah. I would be the same, Ed, if I was just picking up. Yeah, I wouldn't use it for normal diamond painting, but I like the idea. If they changed the tip so it was like a metal ring instead of plastic, it might be okay. It's funny, I just happen to have these things sitting here. I never knew we were going to talk about them. That's what happens when you've got a tilted table. And then it doesn't slide when you expect it will. But that's why I use these mats. Everything sits. Normally this is all covered up. I only opened it up to let people see it. Normally the mats are everywhere except the section I'm working on, and then everything can sit and nothing slides. It's actually not too bad, but sometimes certain things just want to keep sliding. Yeah, the wax pencils. I don't know if I did a video about them, but I've got one. I think I must have done one, but it's a long time ago. They're really, really brittle and they snap really easy. The wax is very soft. If you put any pressure on it, it starts going out of shape. I definitely wouldn't recommend one, but I have seen people posting saying they use it. And you'll find that with pretty much anything that's out there. Somebody somewhere will think it's good. Some other people won't. And the only way really to find out is try it yourself. But yeah, it's, to me, the wax is just far too soft. Hi D, thanks for dropping in. Happy Friday. We're just talking about different pens. That's why we have options. Yeah. I've got one of the ones I don't have at hand. One of the ones that has the plastic cones. I mean, actually, the plastic cones, the wax cones that screw in. I think I've actually, if I can open this thing. So you get pens where you get these cones that are wax and they screw in, so you can, when they wear away, you can take them out and change them. We've got different colours in this. Oops. So the idea is that you can use these, they're wax, and it's the same problem. The wax is too soft. So if you place a drill and you need to slide it, especially if it's on double-sided adhesive, which is usually a lot stickier, if you try and push it, all that happens is you deform the tip of the wax pencil. It's only wax. It doesn't have the strength to push drills about and twist them and turn them. So you get these pens that have got these tips, and then in the back of the pen it's got a pin type thing. And the idea is that you use the wax tip to put the drill down, and then you turn the pen around and use the metal tip to push the drill where you want it. I sent you a video on your live, can be heard in the back. You recorded something while we were watching this. So I don't really go for the wax idea. And again, I know that some people use them and they really like them, but that's the thing. Like Ed said, choices, and but the only way really, I suppose, is to try the things yourself. But the thing like the automatic feeding pen, hopefully people, I know that some people saw it before they bought it. They saw the video, realised it was a scam, and never wasted their money. I knew it was a scam, but I wanted to buy it so I could show it was a scam, because some people would just look at it and think, oh, that's cool, it feeds drills. Brilliant idea. It is a brilliant idea. It's just physically impossible. That reminds me, I tried the pink and white tweezers from DAC and they seem to work better than the black ones. Not that I'm converting to tweezers, just seemed the Diamond Art Club ones are more flat at the end, whereas the stabby tweezers, out of focus stabby tweezers, I think the other camera is better for a close up. So I remember what camera I'm on. These are the tweezers I use all the time, and they are exactly the same as the Diamond Art Club ones and all the other ones. They're the same, except these ones have got a gold finish. They are very, very sharp. The Diamond Art Club ones, it's as if they've just like filed the tip, so they're not quite as sharp at the end. Yeah, see, I find, I don't know, I've got that used to using them. I don't think about it, but I find that once you get used to it, it's the problem is, I think that people tend to squeeze too hard and they hold well, I did, I can only speak from my experience. I was holding the tweezers too close to the tip. And when you're that close, you have to press harder to hold the drill. If you go further back, there's less pressure needed. And you can, it's really easy to, again, it's practice, but it's really easy to pick up a drill and not squeeze it hard enough to pop it and hold it for however long until you forget about it and you lose concentration and drop it. But then it just lands somewhere here. It doesn't land 12 feet across the room, which is what happened to me when I first tried to use tweezers. But I was using the cheap tin silver ones that are really soft. And you've got to squeeze them hard to try and get them to hold onto the drill. But if you get the sort of, what I would say, the decent tweezers, the ones that are more steel than tin, I just think you've got so much more control. The pointiness, I don't know. I don't really have any problems with it. The only thing is that you find that after not too long at all, the tips of the tweezers get sticky because they're touching the glue every time you put down a drill. Not so much when you're filling in like that, but when you're putting a fresh one that's just got glue all around it, the tips touch the glue, they get sticky. So when you go to the tray, if you get two drills that are together or close together, now it probably won't do it because I'm trying to do it. No, that's, oh, it just fell off, but that was just hanging on because of the glue. But a lot of times what happens is I pick up one drill and I get one sticking to the outside of the tweezers. If that happens, I don't try and knock it back in the tray. I take it over to where I'm working, and the one that's hanging down, I just touch it to the square that I'm going to put it in. Then I put in the one that I'm holding properly, go back and put the other one where it's meant to be. And that way I can do two drills just with one movement for here. Sometimes I pick up three. I pick up one either side of the one that I want to place. So one that's hanging off it, I touch in one square, the other side I touch in another square, and then this one I put where I want it to go. But I don't use tweezers for speed. I've never really been interested in how fast I can diamond paint. it's more accuracy. When I'm using tweezers, all I'm lining up is the bottom left-hand corner of the drill, and the tips of the tweezers sit on the lines. So that's your guide. You set the tweezer on the line, but I'm only looking at the bottom left-hand corner of the square. If that is in that corner, that's it. And it doesn't matter if there's a gap at the other side, that is it. I'll leave it there. Because, again, it's impossible to make a square get bigger to fill the gap. And if you push a drill that's next to it towards it, you go over the line, and then the gap is at the other side of that drill. And then the more you do it, you end up, you would be like whole boxes out, and it just totally messes up everything. You can't get things to line up, and it ends up a mess. The thing is to put the square in the square and don't move it outside those lines. And if you leave it like that, it's absolutely fine. Once you switch your light pad off, you step back, you're never going to see it. Because when you think about it, the gap on round drills is massive compared to the gaps on squares, and nobody complains about them. So, and I've decided, thinking about it, the reason that people complain about it is because the gaps with the squares are uneven, and it's the unevenness that we pick up, and it's irritating because you want everything to be uniform. Whereas when you use round drills, it's all uniform. You've got those 4 diamond shapes of glue in every corner of every drill, and it all looks the same, even though the gaps are bigger. Yeah, I did that at first, Ed, and I just got fed up doing it. So now I don't think about it. If I pick up an extra drill, I just drop it where I want it to go. Just touch it to the, I don't know, if, because I haven't been diamond painting, I'm not really picking up any glue. So I don't know if I can get it to do it again. I mean, it does it a lot, but I'm used to it. I just use it as a way to carry 2 drills instead of 1. I have seen people pick up like 3 drills at a time and place them as if it's a multi-placer. I don't really think about it. I just go for 1. See that? You see it there? It's just hanging. It's hanging on glue. If that had happened to be the one on the outside, if you imagine that I was actually holding a drill and that was hanging on the outside, I would go to where I want to put it, and I would just do that and just let it sit there, place the one that I was going to place, come back, flip it over and put it into position. I find it a lot easier to manipulate with tweezers. You can see exactly where the drill is. You don't have a pen over the top of it. And it's really easy to push and pull the drill wherever you want. So I definitely prefer tweezers, but I know most people don't. Not reading comments. I've tried it, just takes me a lot longer. I think you would find, I know you're not going to do it, but I think you would find if you just practice it, you do get quicker. It's just, you get used to how little pressure you need to pick up a drill. I wouldn't do it with rounds. I mean, I have done it. I've done complete diamond paintings, round drills with tweezers, but sometimes I get round kits, and for whatever reason, the edges are really, thin. And when I'm trying to pick up, the tweezers tend to slide up the surface of the circle. So I thought, I'm just wasting my time doing this. So now I've just decided tweezers for square and a pen for round. Yeah, I've never sat and thought about how fast I diamond paint, because I've said it loads of times. I mean, normally I'm sitting, I've got headphones on, and I'm listening to music, and I'm just listening to music and sitting doing this, and then eventually I end up with a picture. I'm not sitting thinking, okay, if that's going to go, if I do this, and this takes 30 minutes, that means that's an hour and a half, I'll have that finished by Tuesday. I don't think like that. I just do what I do, listen to music, and then do the next bit. I only timed one diamond painting just because I was curious, and it was a 80 by 100, and it took me 202 hours and 5 minutes, I think it was. And that was, I would start a timer when I was starting, and then I would hit it when I stopped, and then I would add all the times up, all these different sessions, and it was 202 hours. Yeah, it could be. I've never really used the bent tip. Again, it's this thing about getting used to what you use. I was just always used to using the pink pen. I used that for, I don't know, 5 months longer. Never had any problems with it. Just had to get used to holding the pen straight up and down instead of holding it like a normal pen. But the thing about those angled ones is you can hold the pen at a more normal angle and get the drill to go straight down. But like you said, Ed, thinking about it, because the tip is that shape, it's sort you're not over the top of it. So yeah, I can see that. But the bent tips, I think the only ones I've seen are plastic. Do you get ones that have got like the metal tip? Or is it just all plastic? I did hear they're meant to be better for ABs, but I don't know if that's true. I put the squishy part that comes with the pen on the top part of my tweezers. Oh yeah. It keeps it just the right distance to pick up drills and doesn't hurt my hand when diamond painting. Okay, yeah, that's an idea. I've never had any issue with the pains in my hands using tweezers. I'm trying to think back, but I think maybe at the beginning when I was trying to do it, I did feel it was like my hand was always tensed up, but as I sort of moved further back from the tip, I realised I don't need to squeeze the tweezers. It's just a very gentle pressure. It doesn't cause any pain in my fingers. Oh, they have metal ones too. Yeah, the only ones I've seen have been plastic. So I'm thinking for the live on Sunday, if the weather is okay, I'll probably be on about, what would that be? 2 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I would imagine most people will be watching the replay. Yeah, arthritis, that's the thing. Arthritis in your hands is not going to help anything. My mum had rheumatoid arthritis, and that over time just got really, really bad. But I know that as it started to get worse, she would start looking for like fat pens, like thick pens, until eventually she had like a really fat pen, but it was the only thing she could hold. She really couldn't like squeeze her fingers together. But a lot of people get osteoarthritis, which isn't as bad as rheumatoid, which I mean, to somebody that has it, osteo, saying it isn't as bad. But I mean, I know what happened with my mum's hands. Eventually, she couldn't pick her hands. Her fingers were just so misshapen. But yeah, I haven't had any issues with my hands apart from trying to chop my pinky off. But I don't have any joint problems, so it's okay for me to say it doesn't bother me. But I think if people are getting pains in their hands using tweezers, if they don't have arthritis or anything, it's because you're squeezing too hard, you're trying too hard. I think in a video somewhere, I say an idea that I had was if you get drills like that and then you give them a little shake and get some the right way around, and then just try picking up and moving a drill, and then pick up another one and set it beside it, and then pick up another one and set it beside it, and pick up another one and set it beside it, and then just build a row. Because that way, if you drop them or they ping, if they're just in a tray, it doesn't matter. But it's getting this, how much to pick them up, and then if you do drop them, like I just did, they don't go any distance. So then you could move them from this row to that row. I mean, to me, that's a reasonable speed. I mean, I'm not trying to race, but I don't think it's that slow. And then one's flipped over, so I'll replace it. But I don't know, it was just an idea. Rather than people trying to use tweezers directly on a diamond painting and then they ping it, and just work inside a tray and just practice picking up and dropping. See how you go on. Again, it's one of these things. Once you've done it a lot, you just get the knack for it. And then when you come to actually fill in the checkerboard, all I do is drop the drill and then just push down on it to slide it into the gap. Because you can't really get in because there's a drill either side if it's inside the checkerboard. So you just place it and then just press down on top, just gently, just to get it in. And always watch for any little tabs or things that stick out because they're going to cause problems. So if I see any little tabs, I don't use that drill. Like I've got one here, I can see there's a tiny little tab and I can't get an angle, I don't think, but it is absolutely tiny, less than a millimetre. I wouldn't use it. What I do is I put them in my junk tray. But I'm really, really fussy about the drills. They have to be clean around the edges. And I think that makes a difference. And these new drills from Home Craftology are really, really clean. I did a comparison video of Home Craftology's new squares against Diamond Art Club's new squares, and there was quite a difference. Because, well, I mean, you will see tiny, tiny gaps. I mean, you're always going to see tiny gaps. But I did a direct comparison with the light pad between the two, and the difference was big. But I was also thinking, does that mean that you're going to get popping drills because these are so close? So far, they haven't. But we'll see how things go. Switch the light pad off. I mean, you're really close. If I switch it to the other camera, That's what it looks like without the light pad. And that's with. So you can see like this this big area, that's with the light pad on. It looks even. You don't have all these little gaps. And it was only this area that I had done when I did the review. I did the whole strip, which is off screen here, but it's all the way along. And all I did was I set one up and then had the camera on a slider, and I just ran it along and then switched the light pad on and then ran it back and did the same for the two and just let people see the difference. I'll be awake. I'll probably be up feeding the kitten. Well, I'm not going to absolutely promise, Lisa, but if the weather's dry, like I said, I normally wake up about 5, so I'm thinking if I go into the city about 7 or 8, I'll start about 7 or 8. I'll just go to Kongshael, look at the statue, the Hans Christian Andersen statue, and have a look around the gardens and let you see the Rosenberg Castle. The royal family jewels are in the castle, but they're in the basement. You can tour it. Can't remember how much it costs. But try to remember when it was built now. It's been a long time since I've done this stuff, but I think it was 1600 and something it was built. And they've got the army barracks right next door. And they also have every day of the year, the Royal Guards march from the barracks down to the Royal Palaces and do a change of the guard every day at midday. And I've live streamed that before, so that's something that I might do again. The canal trips, I've done that as well. Just went on the canal trips and live streamed, and you can watch Copenhagen from the canals. It's quite cool. It's quite cool to see. A lot of different things to see. So I don't know, might do that. As I said, it must be about at least 3 years now since I've done anything like it. But I did it for about 4.5 years. Okay, I'm just going to finish this little bit of this colour and then I'm going to head off. So as I said, I've got a lot of unboxings coming up. 3 from Diamond Art Club, 6 from Home Craftology, 6 from One Day Saving, 1 from Everyday E-Deals, 1 from... No, I've done that one. I can't remember now. I'm sure I've still got something on the way from another company that I've never tried. Okay, Jennifer, I'm going to be heading off in a minute anyway. Thanks for dropping in. It's nice to chat to you again. Have a good weekend. So just wanted the usual, I'll just finish this colour, so that's what I'm doing. And that might be it. Yep. So Tammy and I are going to be diamond painting tomorrow. I don't think we'll do a live, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we're slowly getting there with the tiger. Once I get to the next row, it should make more sense. It's basically a watercolor of a tiger walking forward and roaring, so it's called Roaring Tiger. So that's what all these sort of random colours are. It's like sort of watercolour, splashy background. I just like the image, so I decided to do this and test the new drills. So pretty impressed with them so far. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to head off. So thanks to everybody who dropped in and chatted. It's always nice when people talk. And you might see a replay of me on Sunday actually going into Copenhagen. Or if you happen to be up, you might drop in and be able to have a bit of a chit chat. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.